It's Kalia Monique. My first name's Kalia. My middle name's Monique. It's Kalia Monique. So today we will be doing the 20 questions book tag, and I have no clue who created this tag, but if you do, please let me know. I found the book tag on ZZ with Books blog. I will leave their information down below, but let's get started with the 20 questions book tag. I thought this would be a really great way, since my channel is still so new, it's a really great way for you guys to still get to know me. There's a lot of questions that are still around that you might have. Speaking of which, if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. I would love to have that discussion with you as well. But yeah, since my channel is still new, I feel like this is a really great chance for you guys to still get to know me as we are still learning about each other, you know? So yeah, let's get into it. I haven't prepared any of the books beforehand. I figured I can just get them as I say them. And if I don't own them, then I'll just talk about it and leave a picture like here. Question number 1 in the book tag is, how many books is too many books in a series? And I would say whatever qualifies it to be a series. I'm not good at reading series because, honestly, I think I kind of mentioned this in my book tag, but I used to start series and then I would age out of the target audience and wouldn't find pleasure in those books anymore because it just wasn't where I was. And I just have so many horror stories from that I don't pick up series anymore. So, but I'm trying to fix that, and I'm trying to read more series. I think I'm going to say, though, as my final answer, how many books is too many? Okay, I would say over 7 for me. Who is that author that has like 1,000 books in a series? Cassandra Clare. I would love to get into your series. It seems to have shaped a lot of people's lives. A lot of people like it, but when I look at the catalog and the fact that it is not done yet, so many books. No. Oh God. So I'm going to say more than 7. Honestly, 6 is like my perfect number, but if it's over 7, I'm most likely not going to, I'm going to be too intimidated. How do you feel about cliffhangers? It depends. Are we talking like, I just read this book and, oh look, the next book comes out next month and that cliffhanger killed me? Because I could wait a month. I could do that. Or are we talking, I just read this new release and the second book doesn't come out until next year. Okay, I gotta wait a year. I gotta wait a year to find out if my favorite character is dead. No, I don't like that. I mean, let's face it, I do like that. I love the story. Clearly, I'm gonna come read the book. But so honestly, if I'm being honest, I do like them. Because that feeling of loving a book so much that it like left me wanting more, that's technically good. That's good writing. That tells me the author did a very good job of creating characters, a storyline, and getting me to be invested in the story. But if I'm talking about my emotions, they don't like that. My heart does not like that. It's very stressful, and honestly, it might just bring my blood pressure up now that I think about it. Hardcover or paperback, and I don't care. Nowadays, I don't care. Sometimes it's like a mood thing, if I'm being completely honest. I tend to like my fantasy books to be hardcover. I like my contemporaries to be floppy paperbacks. Check out my BookTube newbie tag because I already said that those are basically the only things I read. Okay, I will say, if a book gets to a certain number of pages, I prefer paperback, because I was going to go grab the book, but it's going to come up later on in the questions, I believe. But if it's really big and it's hardcover, that's heavy. It's just heavy. And I have been known to drop a book on my face, and I don't want to break my face. Long story short, it depends on the genre, I guess, or the cover. Because I do have the hardcover of Monday's Not Coming, but my sister has the paperback, and I feel like hers is so pretty. Like, it's just so sleek, and I want to take it from her. But I annotated my book, so it's not like I can switch. Did I answer the question? I feel like I answered the question. It depends. It honestly is a mood thing. Sometimes I like them in hardcover. Sometimes I like the paperback. My favorite book. You already know the answer to this. Do I want to do my top 5 favorites? Because I'm going to do my top 5. Give me a second to go grab them. Okay. Wait. That was it. For it to only have been 5 books, that was a lot. So, instead of talking about my favorite book, I'm going to talk about my top 5 books of the year. Because one, I can't think of my favorite book before I ended this most recent slump that I was in, that I'm constantly referring to. But on top of that, these books truly feel like they're my all-time favorite books. And I literally love them all so much, and I love them for all different reasons, to where like I can't think of my favorite book without thinking of all 5 of them. So from most favorite to still I love you. My top favorite book is Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Yemide. I literally have a whole video where I talk about this book. I'll link it somewhere, someplace. Love this book with my whole heart. I felt seen. I felt my heart beating really fast. It just was an amazing thriller, an amazing representation of being a Black kid in the world. Loved it. The next book that I absolutely love is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. This is the only Tiffany D. Jackson book I have ever read, and yet I already know that she is one of my favorite authors. I really need to read her other books. I just haven't gotten to them yet because, again, if you could see my TBR card, wow. But I bawled ugly tears when I read this book. Like, I just, whoo, child. I had so many theories. And while one of them was maybe a quarter, not even a quarter, maybe like a 16th of the way right, I did not see that coming. Like, wow. Oh my God. Just, oh my God. Love this book with my whole heart. Next book is Yolk. Yolk is my favorite book because I read it right after I got out of a really tough time in life. And I wanted to read the book because it was about 2 sisters who had kind of fallen out with each other, weren't really seeing eye to eye, very opposite. One of them gets sick and they kind of find their way back to each other. They kind of find their bond once more. And at the time, I was going through some like mental health issues, and one person that really helped me to want to get better in that time was one of my sisters. I said that kind of weird, but yeah, one of my sisters, the one that lives in the state with me, that's why the other one couldn't, but one of my sisters is just really there for me, really proactive in trying to help me get out of it, which actually made me want to get out of it. And so I just wanted to read about 2 sisters. And when I read this book, I was just, it hit my heart. I felt so seen with Jane and like her relationship with food and everything. And yeah, it was tough, but also really therapeutic for me. Because like I said, I was going through something. I was kind of not taking care of myself. And I'm about to cry right now. But yeah, love this book. Okay, let's get to some happy. Another book that I absolutely love so much is Darius the Great Is Not Okay. Read this book. Oh my God. Darius, my life, my love. I love you so much. Oh my God. As you can see, I'm like partway through the ways of annotating this book. Yeah, I've already read it, and then I started reading it again so that I could annotate it, and I just like paused so I could read books that I haven't read yet. But literally love this book with my whole heart and soul, my whole being. I love Darius so much. I love the commentary of like trying to understand your racial identity. Also, this representation of living with depression is so great, because every time you read about depression in a book, it's always like they're going through a depressive episode, and sometimes you just live with depression. You're not in an episode every single day. And so it was really nice to see that being represented in this book. Really love this. Next, we have my good sis. We got my baby sister, Amari and the Knight Brothers. Oh my goodness. Amari. Oh my God, I love this little girl. So, and have you seen the cover of the second book? Because, okay. BB Austin did that. It's literally so great. Black girl magic. Literally black girl magic. So, yeah, I love it so much. But my friend Maria is actually the one that gifted me this book, and I think I read it during a readathon because, yeah, we were basically on the video call for a long time, and she kind of got to see me reading the book and like experiencing this, and then she was like, and imagine one day you'll be able to read this to your niece. And literally that's all I could think about as I was reading this book, is that like one day I'm gonna be able to share this with my niece. And yeah, so can you hear how my throat is like like really straining to talk? Because wow, those are my 5 favorite books of the year and of all time. They really all had me feeling very like represented and seen, and like held my heart a lot more than any other book ever has. And I truly have a special place in my heart for every single one of them. Please, if you don't pick up any book that I ever recommend, these 5 are the ones. So hold on, can I pick them all up? Some of them are kind of thick now. Oh God, come on, Ace of Spades. Okay, it's not working. It's not working. My hands aren't big enough, and I'm blocking. This is a waste of time because I'm literally blocking the titles. Can you see it? Did I do it? My hand hurts. It's cramping. Okay. Love those books with my whole heart. Next question, please. Least favorite book. My least favorite book is Hidden Bodies by Caroline Kepps. Hidden Bodies is the second book in, I don't know if this is a series or a trilogy, because I do know the 3rd book came out this year, but it's the second book in the You series and or trilogy. You is, well, I don't even care to tell you what You is about because honestly I've forgotten at this point, but you've probably seen it on Netflix. It follows, I was literally about to say Dan Humphrey. You follows a man that becomes obsessed with Guinevere Beck. I remember her name. And they start dating. He kind of has like these moments where he seems very obsessive and possessive of her. And like, yeah, things go down basically in the book. And Hidden Bodies is the second book. You on Netflix actually has a second season that is supposed to follow the same timeline. And they did not do that, and I thank Netflix for doing that, because even though I don't like the second season of You on Netflix, the book was so much worse. Like, I know it was terrible. Like, literally, at least Netflix tried to explain why Love would like the main male character. The book didn't even do that. It was just like, okay, I love you. What? Like, yeah, I didn't like how Love was represented in the book, because she literally just seemed like, I just don't understand why she would be okay with this man. Like, why would you love this? Like, yeah. And I don't know how to describe it because it's the second book in the series. Just know, like, I don't understand. And I was really falling out of love with the characters anyways. And then when that happened, I was just like, okay, listen. I need to know why. What do you see in this man? Seriously. Which is sad because I actually really enjoyed the first book. Love triangles, yes or no? How do I feel about love triangles? I love them. What? I just thought about that. Yeah, I like love triangles. They're fun. I don't know, something about having options, and also something about being indecisive about it. I'm a Libra. I'm the most indecisive person you will ever meet. And yes, apparently Libras are that, but I knew I was indecisive way before I knew that was a trait that Libras tend to have. I hate making decisions to the point where, like, literally just make it for me. I promise I won't get upset. I promise. Because I know that this is my weakness, and I just have to accept whatever is given to me because I refuse to make the decision myself. I understand that, and I am willing to make that sacrifice. Don't make me decide. my God. Clearly I'd be terrible in a love triangle, but yeah, I like them. They're fun to read about. The most recent book you couldn't finish. So I have finished just about every book I've started, but the most recent book I just could not finish, technically, is Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I have already read this book all the way through, and I enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 3.5, maybe a 3-star. I liked the world. I liked a lot of the characters. This is July's buddy read pick for La Fantasma, which is Mel Reed's and Olivia Reads a Latte's book club. And I was like, okay, it took me like months to finish this book the last time because I was in a slump. Let me give it another shot. I have my audiobook. I really do recommend the audiobook. I love the audiobook, but honestly, I just wanted to pick up the other books on my TBR this month. So I didn't finish this, and I'm not going to. I already know what happened. So again, I did finish it, but I didn't finish it this month, and I did pick it up again this month. So technically, this is the most recent book I just couldn't finish. A book you're currently reading. My current read is Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. This is, yeah, what I'm currently reading. I'm really enjoying it. I talked about it in my weekend vlog that you guys will see after this. I'm talking about it in a weekly vlog that I'm currently working on. Like, y'all will hear my thoughts on Wicked Fox very soon. Also currently reading Tomi by Junji Ito. Really loving this book. I need to read part of it soon because I've decided that I can't read this book within a certain amount of time before bedtime. So yeah, if I'm going to read it today, I really need to pick the book up soon. The last book you recommended to someone was Ace of Spades, and I recommended it to y'all, so that's great. But the someone I was thinking of was my sister. I had recommended Ace of Spades to my sister. Oldest book you've read by publishing date. Oldest book by publishing date that I own. Hey, where's my collection? I have If Bell Street Could Talk by James Baldwin. I absolutely love James Baldwin. He's one of my favorite authors. I am working on purchasing all of his work because this is very floppy and I like it. But yeah, I'm working on purchasing all of his work because I absolutely love James Baldwin. So I want to just say something by James Baldwin that I've ever read. If Bell Street Can Talk is not the only book of his I've read, but it's the oldest one that I have. Actually, I also have a collection of his essays. I don't know where it is though, and I'm very angry right now. It must have fallen behind the thing, but yeah, I would probably say the collections of his essays is probably the absolute oldest something I own and have read. I have a collection of his essays because again, he's my favorite author and writer, but I cannot find it, and I'm pretty sure those essays would be older in publishing date than If Bell Street Can Talk. If I can find no! Oh my god. When did this fall? Oh. I'm actually about to cry. Okay, the actual essays were published earlier than this was actually made, because this bind up of everything was published in 98, and I purposely kept this on my TBR card because I wanted it to be close to me in my bed. Oh, I'm so upset. Oh, get it together, girl, get it together. Oh god, literally it's killing me. It's breaking my heart to see these pages like that. But yeah, this is probably because Notes of a Native Son is in this book, and that was published in 1949. So newest book you've read by publishing date. How many times can I say it? Ace of Spades. Favorite author? Frida Bika Ayumide. No, I'm kidding. Tiffany D. Jackson is the only author I've decided that she automatically gets bumped to my favorite authors list, even though I've only read one of her works. But I would say, I don't know if I have a single favorite author. James Baldwin, if you can tell. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I mistreated you. Tell me how to fix it. But yeah, James Baldwin would probably be it. Zora Neale Hurston, Alice Walker. I mean, so many. There are so many that I really love and enjoy. Can you tell? Guys, I don't think I can recover from hurting this book. Like, oh God. On the simple fact that I messed up this book, James Baldwin gets #1 for the day. Buying books or borrowing books. If you can't tell from my overflowing book cart that I refer to in like every video, I definitely prefer to buy. Only because there's just something about having your favorite things at your like disposal is not the right word, but within an arm's reach, like that genuinely brings me so much joy. Although I really, really need to work more on borrowing. If I could have more people in my life that read books, I totally would borrow more. Even though literally my sister has asked me if I wanted to borrow a book, and I'm still considering purchasing that book. So we'll see. A book that you dislike that everyone seems to like. This is the book I was going to pick for least favorite, but since we're here. So a book that I dislike that everyone seems to like is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I talked about this book in one of my vlogs. It'll be linked somewhere. Looks like I have a lot of linking to do for this video. But yeah, I would say from what I've gotten from Normal People, either people absolutely love it or they do not like it. And this is the closest I can get to something a lot of people like and I don't like. I talked about my thoughts about Normal People in that vlog, so I'll go ahead and link it. But basically, I hate that the discussion is completely whitewashed. There's just like, there's no diversity. And like, there's barely even a diversity in opinion when it comes to the discussions. So yeah, Normal People, I like genuinely do not like this book, and other people really, really do like it. Bookmark or dog ear? I definitely am team bookmark. And also by bookmark, can we like mean random receipt you find around, hair clips, head wraps, scarves, hangers, scissors, pencils, lip gloss, literally anything I can find. If it's within arm's reach and I can't find my bookmark or a way to mark my page, I'm gonna put it in there. I'll put chapstick in it. I have definitely put a head wrap in the middle of a book because I needed to get up to do something and I could not find what I needed. So I'm gonna count all of that towards bookmarks because I would literally do all of that instead of dog-earing the page. A book you can always reread. Darius the Great is not okay. Like I said, I'm in the middle of annotating it, and I'll pick it up again and continue annotating where I left off. Like, I'll always be able to pick this book up and reread it. Like, oh my God, I love it so much. Can you read while listening to music? Yes. Long answer is yes, I can listen to music. Actually, I prefer to listen to music, but if it has words, it has to be a song that I've heard a million times and can like effectively ignore, or it has to be a song I just don't care about. And most importantly, not a song that I'm really vibing to and really love, because I will absolutely stop what I'm doing to dance and sing along and have a whole moment for singing and dancing and the song instead of the book that I'm reading. I prefer it to be like instrumentals or lo-fi. Honestly, at the moment, I prefer it to be like dark academia or light academia. Music will absolutely change the mood that I'm reading the book in, so I have to be very particular about that. And honestly, I listen to music while I read books so that I can set the mood and make sure that like my mind is able to decompress and like disassociate the rest of the day with what I'm reading now. Yeah, but sometimes I read without music. Those days are because I'm able to focus on just the book, but usually I'll put on music so that I can focus and be like, okay, this is reading time, this is you time, the rest of the world is out there, you know? Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days? I would love to read a book in one sitting. And there's so many books I have started on a Monday and been like, crap, I should have started this on Saturday so I could spend all day just reading this. But unfortunately, I cannot. I have 2 jobs. I just don't have the time to sit and read a book, even when I really want to, which lately I have really, really wanted to, and just have not been able to dedicate the time to some of my favorite books that I want to dedicate to them. A book you've read because of the cover. Like, literally. Okay, so apparently that is all. Again, I do not know who created this tag. If you do, please let me know down below in the comment section, and I will definitely link their video and their information down below. I'll also link the blog I got this tag from, because they also answered the questions. And clearly I only found out about the tag through them, so I'll go ahead and link them down below. Down below you'll also find the links to all of my social media, or at least the social media that I use. Do stay connected with me. That is all my answers for the 20 questions book tag. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and press that like button down below. Also, if you like my face, if you like my voice, you know, if you like the content, because it's all about that content, you know, press that subscribe button. I post every Wednesday, plus a bonus video if I have the time. That's why it's called a bonus. But go ahead and press that subscribe button and press the bell notification if you would like to be notified. It's called a bell button, but I already said notification, so I'm just gonna commit to that. If there are any videos you would like to see me do, any more tags you would like to see me do, please leave them down below in the comment section. I think for once I actually remembered to mention everything that I needed to remember. So with that being said, bye guys!